Hey everybody, welcome back. This is SHARC Doc Talk. I am Doc T.
Dr. David.
Dr. Dave here to join us. We're going to have a little fun today talking about all kinds of personal endeavors, plus a little, association games with patients of ours and some stories you guys may have heard or been through, experienced on your own. So we're going to start off with our typical check-in of the week. So we're going to have David kick us off.
Yeah, it's been pretty good. I realized once you do more of the at-clinic stuff, life gets boring, but in a good way.
Oh, yes. Just in case.
Yeah.
It's been a minute.
Yeah.
But we do, I am now running the office outside, so I'm not in the office 8 weeks. David is now handling the business. Mm-hmm. And so, there you go.
Yeah, so it's very predictable, but in a good way. But yeah, I was talking to my powerlifting coach. I was like, hey, dude, I'm going to switch my programs here. He's like, why? You're doing great. Well, it's because I don't have time to do anything.
It does do that. Yeah, it kind of sucks it right out of you a little bit.
Yeah, so it's been a fun journey. And then I think I told Doc T, I might have told Alvin too. It's like you feel like you're done, but you're not done because you got to do other stuff. So yeah, I'm feeling all that right now, which isn't bad. It's just like, well, I have to pay attention to that and actually pay attention to what time I'm going to bed just so I can do work tomorrow. So it's
called being responsible.
I know, it's great. It's great.
It's funny when this was all going down, we're having these talks and planning this whole thing out. My wife asked me, she's like, is there anything you're worried about? I said, I'm not really worried. I mean, all the guys are good guys. Mm-hmm. It's just the reality is going to set in and you can't prepare for that.
Nope.
And people out there, I mean, some people run businesses or don't or whatever. It's a different thing. Yeah. And with our business in particular, you have multiple hats. Yeah. And you have that one phase you got to get through and then move to the next phase. Yeah. And the beating's tough.
Oh yeah. It's like, after your patients, then you have to think of marketing. You have to think reaching out to patients and then follow up, finishing up the notes that you forgot to do. Yes. So yeah, there's always something to do.
Literally.
Yeah. Always something to do. So I talked to my other friend who is kind of running his own thing. Well, kind of, it's part of like those group practices, but he's not really running it yet. But he was just like, are you okay? I'm like, yeah, are you okay? He's like, I don't know.
So for everyone out there to provide some context, when you get out of school as a chiropractor, PT, probably I'm assuming medical, same thing. You run through your internships, you get into the job, whether your paid job, building your own thing, whatever it is you're doing. And the process is it's surreal at times. And then you get into a nice flow. And right as you get into that nice flow, something else changes. Yep. And then something else changes. And next thing you know, it's like, wait, what now? And so that's what you get to go through now. Yeah. And it's an interesting thing because truly running your own business is not for everybody. Yeah. It sounds wonderful. Believe me, it's way more work than you think. But as long as you enjoy it, it actually is very high reward. Yeah. Truly high reward. And not just the patient side of it all, just in general. So you can have a day that's going to crush your soul. You're going to finish notes. You finish the edits of the podcast. Your patients did great. The day was amazing. You sit down with a smile from ear to ear. It's the kind of smile you don't get sometimes in other places. Oh, yeah. And at the same time, you have the exact opposite happen. Oh, yeah. And you sit down like, I still have 16 hours of work to do. And it's midnight. Okay.
Yep. Yeah. So that's basically been my time doing everything. And then to piggyback and throw it over to you, like we just started OTAs. The Chargers camp.
Technically, it's rookie camp.
Is it rookie camp?
I'm still learning all these terms. People always laugh at me.
10 years.
It's not an important thing. The point is, when do I need to be there? That's all I care about. But it's rookie camp technically, and those begin, I think, in a couple weeks. Okay. Yeah. So the football gurus, nerds out there are like, it's this and that. I don't know. Yeah. We just have rookies in. They have rookie meetings. But it happened fast. We were talking yesterday, the trainers and us at the facility is like, this came faster than the last few years. It just felt like those 2 months, usually get, for those out there not real familiar, we finished in mid-January, end of January. You get February, March, April, and then May you start getting the contacts and then you get back into it. And it's one of those things you're like, okay, cool. This one, it seemed like I was gone a week. I showed up yesterday and I was like, I feel like I literally just left here. Yeah. And that's the first time in a few seasons I've felt that way. And I think it's because, you felt it. You were there. Yeah. The excitement in the air, the energy. I mean, the guys, everybody's healthy, knock on wood. Yep. It's one of those things like it's a really good team. It's that thing of like, interesting. Yeah.
What was cool for me going back was just seeing the rookies that are back. Because like technically last year was my first year like working with the team. Yeah. So like, oh wait, we're still here.
So it is an interesting thing. The NFL stands for like not for long. Yeah. That's like the acronym it meant to be, but that's what somebody came up with. And it really is true because we have a lot of new faces, coaching staff and players. Yeah. And it's always interesting when you see the familiar faces who you've seen for a few years. And like, oh hey, what's up, man? You say hi, a lot of high fives, a lot of knuckles, a lot of hugs, that kind of thing. And then you start thinking about the ones that are gone, like we're there. I'm like, oh, it's kind of a bummer.
Yeah.
Because you had this year or 2 years of them, whatever, you get to know these people and then they're off.
Yeah.
And then, you never know. You might run into them again. The NFL's a weird league that way. But it was a lot of fun. Mm-hmm. But I guess I'll transition over to my. So it's been, like we mentioned before, 8 weeks since I've treated a patient. And
I saw this live too when this happened.
A new guy comes up. He's 6'6", 320 pounds, and says, "Can you work on my low back and adjust me?" And I'm like, "Sure." It's just autopilot, no problem. Start working on him, get him set up, set down, drop on him, hit his low back, stand up, and I'm like, "Yep, I'm pretty sure I just pulled a pec muscle." And I was like, "Yep, that doesn't feel good." And I was laughing to myself, going, "I'm out of shape for this." Yeah. I work out 5 days a week, blah blah blah. But it's like I haven't ridden a skateboard in 25 years. Let's go ride a skateboard. Mm-hmm. Why did I pull my Achilles? Because you haven't ridden a skateboard in 25 years. Yeah. It's just one of those things, man. Yeah. It was a riot. But that was my initiation back into the season again. So we're off and running.
Yep. Yeah. And, just for context, Doc T isn't a small guy. So the 6'6".
Yeah, I tried to muscle it.
Yeah, it happens. Well, yeah, I had to a couple times because some of the guys that came up to me are big, and I'm just looking up the entire time.
We got some big guys.
Yeah.
Yeah. We really... Yeah. I will say that for sure.
Yeah.
I was I mean, if you can't see it in my face and hear my voice, I'm very excited.
Yeah.
I got to water down this coffee David made because my head's going to explode. That is, wow.
It's just to sit throughout the day. That's why you make it that way.
Wow. Okay. So we're back in Charger Land. We're excited that Thursday, 5 p.m. PST, we get the schedule.
Oh, nice.
So we know who we're playing. We just don't know when and where.
Yeah.
I mean, we know where too. We don't know when.
Yeah.
So that's going to be exciting to come in.
Yeah, speaking about that experience yesterday, it was funny because I forgot how big they were. So they walked by, I'm like, let's get ready for all this. And as I see them coming out of the training room to us, the gym part to us, I'm like, okay, mentally prepare. Thankfully, one of the smaller guys came up to me like, "Oh, thank God, that's the first one. It's the first one."
I mean, and some of those guys. I mean, it's fun because we're in not even preseason. We're in camps. We're just getting started, right?
Preseason, yeah.
Their bodies are pliable. They're loose. They feel amazing. There's no, they haven't hit anybody or taken a hit yet.
Yep. Everybody
adjusted like slicing a hot knife through butter. It was just easy. Mm-hmm. Except I was just dumb. And so, it's funny at 53 now. Yes, I am. We have these moments like that where you talk about this, injury avoidance thing.
Yeah.
And it's like one of those things where that was just bad technique on my part. That's all it was. I know better because if you pull it, but yet I kept going because I knew if I did the right technique, I'll be fine. Mm-hmm. Just frustrating when you do it because I really had a good workout this morning. I was going to do. I'd skip it now because whatever. Anyway, so for you out there, we always draw this back into patients because we really do understand what you're going through because we do the same things.
Oh, yeah.
Just you would think we would stop repeating it, but we haven't. Maybe you'll be smarter than I am because you started younger. I don't know. I have no idea. But this is one of those situations where, let's say I was at the gym doing that and I pulled a little pec. I'm like, oh, I didn't feel good. Mm-hmm. This is something where I might go, oh, let's get really stupid and just work around it. And let's do some flies or dips or some other non-direct thing to do. And that kind of okay, I'll be fine. I'll give it a couple weeks and we'll go back and bench again or squat again or whatever again. And then you have this little weird path in your mind. You're telling yourself, I'm going to be fine. Just let it rest. Let it rest. Let it rest. Go back and do it again. Nope, still hurts. Let it rest for a couple more weeks. Let me lighten the load. Nope, still bugs me a little bit. And you go down this rabbit hole, I call it. I've had guys tell me they went from a 300-pound squat to now they're riding a bike.
Dang.
That's their leg day. And I was like, walk me through this. And it was everything I just said. It was squatted heavy, hurt myself. Mm-hmm. Squatted light, hurt myself. Lunged or leg pressed or some other alternative, hurt myself. Air squat or something else, hurt myself. Got to the bike or treadmill, hurt myself. Got to the bike. Mm-hmm. And it's like, don't you want to squat again? Yeah. I don't understand.
Yeah.
So that part is what happens to people when they get stuck in this weird cycle. Mm-hmm. And that's why I love that drawing I did a while back, the injury cycle. Because literally we're like on a hamster wheel. We're just waiting to do it again.
Especially if you don't fix any of the problems that are popping up.
Yes, and it's some of those things I have noticed that get to the root of the problem. Mm-hmm. I am seeing that everywhere.
Yep.
It's like somehow marketing just dropped that bomb and said, I get to the root of the problem. I get to the root of the problem. I get to the root of the problem. Kind of laughing it's kind of annoying now. I don't want to say it anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're just going to, mine is nobody out there can steal this. We find your why. Why you're hurt.
It's going to be on the internet now.
I know, I'm going to ruin it, but I had to say
someone's going to steal it.
At least I'm claiming it here. I'm documenting it here. May 12th, 2026.
All right, cool.
It's mine. Yep.
So if you see this pop up May 31st, it's because I got lazy and didn't
That's fine. Date. Sorry. Edit that out. But yeah, nonetheless, you get back to that coffee has kicked in.
Yep.
Slow down. Okay. So, but when you think about this, when you get hurt in the back squat is really interesting. Deadlifts to me aren't as scary as a back squat.
Yeah, they're just different.
Never have.
Yeah.
It's like a pull-up and a bench. Bench is scary compared to a pull-up.
Yeah, yep.
Pull-up doesn't feel right. Let go. Deadlift doesn't feel right. Let go.
Yeah.
Back squat doesn't feel right. Oh, bleep.
It's on you.
Literally. It's not even a joke. You're just like,
Yeah.
And have you ever, just a sidebar real quick, 'cause it's always funny, it made me think of this. Have you ever gotten to a position where you have to bail, but you are so perfectly balanced, you can't get the...
Yeah.
You're just like, if I could lift this is the most packed I'm ever going to be to lift this.
Oh, yeah.
And I can't.
Yeah.
I also can't bail because I'm so centered, I can't get that pressure backwards.
There's been a couple times, because I think the biggest difference is between like the powerlifting and the Olympic lifting world too is like the powerlifting is if you're at an ugly position at the bottom, you can still kind of get back up if you're
generally be all right. Yeah.
If you're in Olympic weightlifting, you kind of have to be perfect, right? So
sometimes, yes.
yeah, for the most part.
For the most part, yes.
Yeah, especially
technique is a big one.
Yeah, on that one.
Snatches. We'll talk about that in a sec. But yes,
it's gotta be real perfect.
My favorite movement on the planet.
I'm still trying to learn how to love it, but it's because I'm going from powerlifting.
It's mostly hate relationship.
Yeah. But to go back to the powerlifting world, like if you center out that squat, like, and you come back up, it feels like nothing. But when it's really heavy and you can't move and you're centered perfectly, you're like, well, I got like 400 something pounds on my back, guys. Help.
Yeah, I can't move. No. It's the most bizarre. So we'll get to the snatch here. So I'm not an Olympic lifter. I've Olympic lifted.
Yeah.
So, and I went through a 7 or 8 month stint. We had a guy who programmed for me. Max, if you're out there, if you ever see this, talking about you, I loved him as a coach. He was a great guy. But he put this in the 7th program, and I was just astonished at how strong you. But dude, I was eating everything in sight.
Oh yeah,
constantly. But point of this is the snatch is like I use it for rehab, I use it for everything because it literally is one of the most amazing dynamic movements on the planet. But man, the most frustrating. It's like a sand wedge. It's the most frustrating thing on the planet to try to get it to do what you want it to do. And every once in a while, and I mean every once in a great while, you hit that one perfect just, and you stand up, you're like, that was amazing.
Yep.
And you will not see that again for months. Like, it was just not.
My favorite is if you ever go to a meet as like on your guys' and if Olympic weightlifting meet and then they hit the snatch, the first thing that they do is when they get to that position, they just go.
The look of joy. Yeah. Because they're pulling, those, I've seen guys pulling up 300-400 pounds and it's just like.
Yeah. And underneath.
Wow.
Yeah.
Anyway, as it pertains to you again, back out to the audience here, and injuries. So this is those things when we talk about we're trying to figure out your why. When you have a heavy back squat, it was me who went on tangent. Coffee. You have a heavy back squat or back squatting, and you feel a tweak in your back. You unload the bar, you get rid of it. Done. That's a sign that something stopped working. Just kind of like an instantaneous. That's why squats are so difficult because, like a bench, once you're under load, the body's going to respond however it can. There's no, let me adjust this. My left oblique isn't quite firing right. Give me a sec. Oh, got it. It doesn't really work that way. So when it comes to squatting or benching, I like those two together. This is one of those things, if you're having to find yourself compensate to you're riding a bike at some point in time 6 months later because everything hurts otherwise, you need to address this because as you get older, the one big thing here is I'm real big on accountability. And I'm accountable in the sense of my mind of like when I'm older. So when I'm 70, I'll look back at my 50s and be like, dummy, why didn't you do these things? And so when we approach you, the patient, and we have this podcast and we talk about this, we're looking at this like, we're looking at you when you're 30, 40, 50, 60, 80, whatever, grandkids, children, whatever your world may exist in. And we're like, if you want to do these things or enjoy doing these things, then do those things, but just learn how to make sure you don't get hurt by doing them.
Yeah.
And that's where I like talking about like figure out why. And I'm never going to say the other words ever again in my lifetime. You figure out why. And the reason you do that is so it doesn't happen again. You know, it's funny in a world that we live in where everything is capitalism and business and money and all these things. And the bottom line is we literally look at each and every patient like, we're just trying to help you enjoy life. That's it.
Yep.
That's the best part. And if you can't do the things you really enjoy, and as I get older, I notice this more and more. Like you're a guitar guy, a bass guy, bass guy, music, whatever, right? If you lost a finger, that would be so depressing for you. Because not just because you enjoy playing on stage or you get paid to do, it's because you actually enjoy the thing.
Yeah.
And I love the gym is my second church, right? That is I could spend hours in there if my body can handle it.
That's the big one, if the body can handle it.
The body can handle it. And that's why I have some of the ailments now is because I could. When you're 24, 23, it's like I got all kinds of energy. But if I had spent some of that time learning how to do this properly, which is what we do, we try to teach people that is like there is no value placed on that. And that's how we look at this. So back to the injury part of it all. If you're talking a squat or a bench or whatever it is you're doing, pull-ups, shoulder, whatever stuff you're doing, if you're starting to have pain and you simply just try to avoid it and then try to do some what we call palliative care, some ice, some heat, some Advil, some rest, and that kind of thing, all you're really doing is prolonging the inevitable. And the kicker with that is when that inevitable comes, it's usually a much grandier size than just the pull strain. Like I pull my pec. Well, today I was supposed to do plyo med ball pushes, bench, incline, shoulder press, and then push-ups.
Yeah, probably not.
Probably not the best plan. No. After you just did that, no matter what it is that I strained, right? Yeah. So I ended up diverting entirely into something totally different because I just want to do something, right, to move.
Yeah.
But that's what I had to do. And that was me learning after 35, 40 years of lifting weights and not always using my brain. Yeah. So I've chimed a lot.
What's funny
That's
is
your fault. You made the coffee.
The coffee's great.
You didn't aware to like shut up for a second. I'm like,
you're fine. You're fine.
I have more to say.
The coffee's great. I don't know.
Yeah.
I made it enough so you can sip and don't have to drink it all the time. But
it's like an espresso coffee.
Kind of. Anyways, back to this. But yeah, I always consider like why we got hurt in the first place, right? Not to use the other words because we're going to try the reason whys rather than use the other words right now.
Yep. You can use them. I'm just refusing.
No, I just want to get it out of the vocabulary because it's gotten to the point where it's starting to annoy me too.
Well, it's one of the things where
it's not bad. I get why, but everyone's using it now.
I know, and it's unfortunate because when it comes to like you know me, I'm old school. Yeah. When it comes to the marketing and all that stuff, it's just like, look, we can fix you if you want to get fixed. Great. There's my marketing ploy. And if you don't want it, that's fine. Yeah. But it's just one of those. I just kept seeing it over and over. I'm like, I gotta.
And in my personal opinion, I feel like it's a little limited, but whatever. Yeah. So that's one of the only reasons why. Because if we want to dive into it a little bit, it's like, well, if we're only saying it's one thing, we might be missing everything else.
There's nothing. It's one thing.
Yeah.
That's like, I swear, I got to get that chart out. That injury cycle I did, what I loved about that
we'll throw it up here one of these days.
Yeah, it has nothing to do with the one thing. And to be honest with you, the truth is if you're, let's say me, let's say I came into you, knees a little tweaked, strain the pec, there's no one thing that you're going to fix like magic potion and I'm done. This is a project. You got to go working on things. I have to, and the biggest thing too is the psychology, the accountability. We always like the psychology of anybody out there, especially if you're a gym rat of any kind, weekend warrior, whatever you want to call it. The psychology is the hard part because in your mind, no pain equals I'm good. The pain went away. And it's like pain, I wish. Believe me, I do too. It doesn't just go away. Your symptom, which is what pain is, that might go away. So you don't have a symptom per se, but the underlying thing. So my pec, my whatever it is I did over here, I don't really feel it today. It's not fixed. It's still there. So I got to have him stick his thumb in my armpits and play with my chest and everything else to try to treat it to make it feel better. So I can treat it and then go back. Yeah. And what did I do wrong? I know what I did wrong was technique. But it also tells me, for my particular job, if I'm not going to be adjusting people or working on people as consistently, I probably need to tweak my workout a little bit, which is what we do. Yeah. And that's not the root of the problem. That's just adjusting to the situation. Like your environment. Like your environment's always changing. Oh, yeah. If you came in next podcast like, Doc T, yo, what's up, man? I'm running a marathon. You're dumb.
Yeah, I'd say
what? But how are we going to do this?
If I ever said that, I need you to check it. It's mentally, where am I at?
Just smack me. And there's nothing wrong with marathons. God bless all of you out there, but some people enjoy running and we don't.
Yeah. And then the reason why I say that, I am coming from a sport where we lift something once to go, now we're going to go run for 5 hours, 6 hours.
No. It's 2.5 hours of lifting like 10 times.
Yep. That's not wrong. So if I ever say that, I'm either that's an imposter or there's something wrong with me.
Maybe 5K.
Yeah, 5K is more realistic. 5K. But back to that. Like when we talk about like the things that you're talking about here, straining a pec, tweaking the knee. It's more than just the lift or the adjustment and everything like that. Like we have to kind of talk about like what's your program like. If it's just too much for you that day because you're too busy. And then you're definitely not...
Too much in general.
Too much in general? Yeah. That's probably why you're hurting.
I actually went over my programs the last 15 years on Google Drive. Yeah. Not being in the office sucks. But it's one of those things I was looking through some of the workouts. I'm like, oh my, like the Olympical. I mean, I was 2-a-days, hour 10 each. I would die if I did right now. I'm not even there. Not mentally, emotionally, physically, not there. So yes, sometimes it's just
the program.
I don't know where it came from, the bro science of it all, where somehow the gym was 90 minutes minimum. Like I think, for your sport,
Kind of makes sense. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, I think it was people from like our side, whether Olympic lifting or powerlifting, that were trickling into what I call like the power builders. So they're not necessarily good at
that one.
Yeah, they're not necessarily good at powerlifting, and they're not necessarily good at bodybuilding. So they're kind of in between.
Yeah.
So they'll take the rest times as a powerlifter.
Yes,
or
yes.
for bodybuilding.
Nice. Yes, yes.
So funny enough, that's actually most of the gym population now.
You know what made me sad? I was reading an article on that concept because I was looking like, I'm a 53-year-old dad of 3.
Yeah.
Okay. My boys are now strong enough that wrestling is a daily option. And they're stronger. I still got them. I'm not hanging on by a thread here. But in my mind, I was like, okay, I went down a whole rabbit hole. Stuff I know, stuff from training in the past, ChatGPT chimed in. And it's like, okay, what are we looking at for a 50? Like, how do I train that makes sense for where I'm in life?
Yeah.
And I think a lot of people get lost, and it sucks because you guys can go to ChatGPT, but you don't even know the questions to ask. And then when you get the information, you would know how to analyze that information to apply it to you. That's kind of what we do. And so it's a fascinating thing when you go, okay, I'm going to go to the gym and train. And you're right. I mean, I was at LA Fitness this morning. You look around and you kind of not judging at all. I'm glad they're all in the gym.
No, I'm happy that that's part of the culture now.
Yeah. My heart is more like, oh, I could help you make that better. Or what is your goal there? Right. There were a couple big dudes in there there was dude pulling, he was big enough to squat it, but he was doing leg press and every 45 in the gym was on the thing.
Nice.
And he went all the way knees to chest, back up again. And he was
beautiful,
huge dude. And I just kind of laughed. I'm like, please be the guy that takes all the plates off.
Yes, yes.
Otherwise, the whole gym's got to work out today, and it's about taking the plates off that thing.
Yeah, you're adding farmer carries to the
just like
to the program because you have to take them off.
Yeah, right. Literally, that's my workout today. What'd you do? Carries, lots of carries. But that's the thing is like you're really trying to figure out what is more appropriate.
Yeah.
And I don't know. Again, I remember the '80s because I was there. '70s, '80s, '90s, and 2000s. Things got weird. And the training got weird.
Training got really weird there.
And it was a CrossFit. You had CrossFit coming in. Olympic lifting started making a huge a push up. Powerlifting started chiming in because you had the people that were at the gym, got into CrossFit, liked it, but didn't like the cardio version.
So they went to
Olympic lifting, very technical. No offense to powerlifters, but very technical.
No,
the snatch is no joke.
I 100% agree.
Went to powerlifting. And then everybody had their matriculation in there. I did all of them because they're all fun. And I was curious. Very fun, but it's like one of those things you go, this all happened, and then somewhere in there, this idea, like I was at the gym for 51 minutes, walking in to walking out.
Yeah.
I had a good workout. I felt good. I was sweaty. I was happy. There were people that were there before I got there, and they were still there after I left. And I'm not judging, again, not judging, but I'm like, what are your goals? Like, are you truly living? That's in the back of my head. I'm always thinking that. So when I see a patient come in and we say, oh, I've been at the gym for 90 minutes, 5 days a week, I was like, okay, what's your goal with that? Yeah. What are you trying to accomplish? Because you can probably accomplish it in less time if you wanted to.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Like if they're trying to powerlift and like that's probably like 90 minutes is probably an appropriate time.
If you're trying to powerlift, that's a, but you look different.
Yeah.
You got the bag, the wraps, the candy. Like,
and then
everything is different.
You're definitely sweating and you're sitting down between every single set and rep. That's just kind of how it works because you are pushing your body that far.
You know what?
Yeah.
This is off base a little bit, but let's talk about this.
Yep.
Why is it that way? Like what? Because powerlifting, Olympic lifting do have this very similar thing. I have the what I want in my head about it, but I'm curious for you as a powerlifter. What about powerlifting makes it so exhausting that 1 rep or 2 reps is kind of all you're doing? Yeah.
Part of it is with the energy systems. So you're dumping, they're basically using the same energy systems as a sprinter would. So because of that, you're just dumping all your energy into that many lifts. But also at the same time, it's mentally exhausting. Especially on film, on film it looks like it's not bad. Like it looks like you're just grinding through it. Yeah, like it's not bad. it got up in like 5 seconds, whatever. But that 5 seconds feels like a minute when you're just pulling, because you feel like your eyes are falling out of your head, your spine's falling out of your butt. That's just kind of what it is, as all my friends have said. That's kind of what it feels like.
Yeah.
So when you rack the weight or you put it back down, you're just standing there. You celebrate, but you're also like, I don't know where I'm at for a second.
It's crazy.
That's it. So funny enough, my girlfriend saw this yesterday. We met up after I went to the gym. I had like blood blisters from here, just from all the pressure coming up.
So the reason those are also as a scientist, neurologics. So your nervous system can only handle that much stress. So when they have sprinting, for example, why sprinters don't go well, it's very long. They're powering through that nervous system. It takes 10 times the workload to recover.
Yeah.
And that's Olympic lifting, same thing. That's why you get those things. That's what made CrossFit so fascinating for a long time, because they could really do a lot. High Rocks is now the new one.
Yeah.
We have this thing where you just push because you're such a sub-maximal level. And that has benefit, but there still has to be better training to that. Just like CrossFit, most CrossFit athletes didn't just CrossFit to get there.
Yeah,
they were doing a lot
stuff.
of your stuff.
Yeah.
They were doing a lot of stuff. Insane athletes. But that's always an interesting part with the neurologics to it all. And that's where I see people in the gym trying to lift. And I had one guy trying to do deadlifts, looks like 5x5 or something like that, on a 90-second timer. And I was like,
that's interesting.
You might want to take a little more time.
Yeah.
Just a little more time. Add some weight.
Yeah.
Because I feel like if you're doing it on that tempo, add weight.
Yeah, if you can throw it around after 90 seconds, just because it's that light for you, you should probably go up. Like, for example, like my new program, because I have to save time, I have to do squat and deadlift on the same day, right? Which I did yesterday. That a place I probably shouldn't have, but whatever, right? What I mean by that is there's nothing wrong with the environment. It's more of...
It's a great environment, but not applicable to you at the time.
Yeah. And when we say that, it's not because they are unsafe. It's more of, they're going to motivate you to do more than you need to.
Motivation's a good word.
Yeah.
Not the word I would use.
Yeah, you know what I mean. I'm trying to be positive here. Like, for example, I had 220 kilos on the bar just for a single deadlift, because it was only supposed to be like an 8 out of 10 difficulty. Then I looked at it, looked at the film, looked at it. My friend, the guy that I just met there, now he's a friend, was looking at the weight, looked at the film. He's like, "Yeah, add another 10 there." I was like, "You think I got it?" He's like, "Yeah, absolutely." And you're fine. As I'm setting up, right, he's like, "You should throw another 10 on there." Just that's the environment. Needless to say,
it's a great environment.
Yeah. So I pulled the weight, and then I had to go squat right after, but my body was not ready for all of that. So my back's a little funky today, just because neurologically, I just pulled an 8 out of 10 difficulty. Now I'm going to go squat. And my brain says, if this is supposed to be a 7 out of 10 difficulty, I could do an X amount of weight. Went to my first warm-up, like, this heavy. So
there's truly nothing. And this is good advice for anybody out there who's come back from injuries or wanting to get in things. If you squat, you understand exactly what we're talking about. Yeah. There are days you can eat that bar, you lift it up, you take one step back and you're like, whoa, this is really heavy today. Yeah. And you're kind of in your mind like, it's only a couple 45. Okay, it's only 135. And you're like, yep, that feels heavy. Just feels heavy. Like gravity's strong today. Yeah.
So I did that one, and then I was supposed to do another one for 6. And my brain was like, I got that. Yeah. Took the weight off them, but less. And that was still hard.
Which is smart, though. Yeah. Because, again, if you're not... I think the one thing with lifting that... The reason you need coaches in certain things like this, right? If your body neurologically can't handle the loads today, you have to back this way down to more of what do they call that? What's the energy system?
Not the phosphor.
Not glycolic. Anaerobic.
Yeah.
So bring it down to anaerobic. Bring it down simple. Make it more like I'm going to do 12 to 15 reps just to keep the joints and everything moving. But I'm not going to go neurological. Not going glucose. Not going power, because I'm going to pass out. And that's a smart move.
Well, what's funny is where I made that decision, because I happened to be by myself at this point. I saw the film. So I came up on my last rep, and I had to do one more, and then I saw my face on it. I could see all the thoughts happening at one point, as in, will I stand up after this? Is this actually doable? So I just see myself nodding, doing this, and I go down and come back up, and I said, if I'm doing that, and it's only supposed to be to 6 to 7, 10 difficulty, that's too heavy if I do that for the next one. So we got to drop that one.
Yeah, smart. And so again, that article I was talking about earlier, they really were kind of ripping into people not taking, paying attention to their workloads, journaling their lifts, and not just journaling. Like when I did this in the past, I mean, now I've done it for so long, mentally it's all in my head when I go to the next workout, but I still should write it down. You should always write it down. But you're journaling, you go, okay, I did this at this weight and felt, I go 0 to 10 scale. So 10's I felt flipping amazing. Yeah. Time to up the weight, keep the reps, or up the reps, whatever, depending on where I'm at. Or it felt like a 2. Okay, so that was either a bad day, so let's revisit this one, or that's the weight I'm at right now. Yeah. But a lot of people don't do that. Yeah. And so they kind of arbitrarily follow the program, go in and just kind of do their thing. And in doing so, it goes back to the question, why are you here? Like, what is the purpose of you being in the gym? Because you're trying to be healthy, which we, again, go to the gym, but make sure there's a purpose behind it.
Yeah, to talk about that accountability, I love this one thing that the newer powerlifting coaches are doing. And I think I see it with the Olympic lifting coaches, and I've actually started to talk about that with my patients, is they'll have on their side of their program, it'll be like, okay.
Happy face? sad face.
They'll have that, face. But they have it in numbers. They have it in numbers. They'll say like, okay, how are you just generally feeling a day out of 10? And they'll say, did you eat today, or how much nutrition did you have? 0 out of 10, right? And then they'll also say, what are your externals? So like, how was life? How was stress? How is just how is that going? Like, if that's the
best way is, how did you sleep?
Yeah.
How did you feel in the morning? And how do you feel right now?
Yeah. So that's in every program that I see now with newer coaches. So I have to applaud you guys. I'm like, that's fantastic, because that's what I ask in the office. Because if your sleep is at a 1 out of 10, and then your stress is like a 10 out of 10, maybe you don't PR that day.
Maybe you go to the gym that day. Let's go for a walk and clear a closet out.
Yep.
Because we got some baggage in there. We're not letting go.
If you need to clear the closet out in the gym, maybe you're just switching stuff up. You're not doing anything there. For you, like, you did that. Maybe we got to switch things up.
It blows my mind that more doctors don't address this with patients and talk about it and friends and things like that. Like, if you got stuff in your closet, I love that statement, stuff's in the closet, right? And it's not like you're an emotional mess or whatever. It's like, no, some days you just have bad days or stuff's affecting you differently. Yeah. Then go clean it out. But like today was perfect example. Today was a clean out the closet day. Yeah. I was a little frustrated because I was very excited about this workout. Yep. That happened. I'm like, well, bleep happens. Yep. So let me adjust. I feel great. Lots of energy, not just because of the coffee. I felt good prior to that. But it's like my body feels good. Okay, cool. That's, you know what? I'm going to let this heal. I would retreat tomorrow. Then I won't see those guys for a couple weeks. So I'll just let it kind of work its way through. But it's really adjusting that to understanding that the whole point of exercise, literally the whole point, is for the body to not just be healthy physically, but mentally and emotionally. Like just everything to feel good. Oh, yeah. Because when you walk out of the gym after a really good workout, now you're different because you're training at a level where you're almost competing training versus me, who's just, I'm just going to say a healthy dad. So I'm going to be 75 and look like I work out. That's all. That's really my goal. But I walk out of the gym, if I'm not smiling, singing songs, and I'm like sweating like, oh my God, you did it wrong, in my opinion, unless you're training for something.
No, then you walk out like, why did I sign up for this?
Then you're like question life choices. Like, all right, that's what I did. Cool.
Like, if we want to consider that, exercise and movement is medicine, we have to understand, like, what are the side effects, what's too much, what's bad, like, what is this going to do? So if we want to preach that, we have to understand what's too much and what's not enough. Yeah. And then we have to adjust from there.
And that's really push.
Yeah. And that's really where that's really the accountability that you were talking about was, if we don't understand that, are we really accountable with the stuff that we're giving you? Because I could give someone, if I'm just being mean, oh yeah, here's a pistol squat for your knee. Oh yeah.
What, you want to condition? Do 300 burpees for time. Go. It's like, sure. What's the purpose of that? Like, it's fun. Mm-hmm.
So not for me, but
don't ask me why burpees are my jam.
Side tangent. For his birthday, he wanted the office to do, what was it, 100 burpees for time?
50. Yeah, just 50.
I thought it was more.
Might have been 100.
Yeah, I think
100 sounds more like me.
Yeah, and then I called in sick that day.
Yeah, gonna make it for that one. Nope, not doing it. Yeah, my kids actually challenged me. They wanted to do, so they wanted a piece of, it's a Buckeye bar. It's like peanut butter fudge, chocolate fudge on top.
Oh, that's great.
And it's big flat. It's so good. They wanted a piece at night. It was like 8 o'clock, and I'm a very anti-sugar guy as it is, but at night for sure. I said, all right, 25 burpees. And then you get a 5x5, and they go, 5 centimeter or 5 centimeter? Oh yeah, I'm that guy. And so they start busting out. My daughter, my son, my middle son, he was kind of going a little slow, lining up. I'm like, if I beat you at these right now, you owe me $5. And I got 25 out faster than you can get from 10 to 25 or 20, whatever it was. And then my wife was even like, how did you do that? And I said, I was built for burpees. I don't know why. Deadlifting, burpees, that's what I was designed for. That's your jam? Yeah, and maybe pull-ups. But benching, hell no. Squatting, But everything else, yes. So anyway, back to this. Mm-hmm. So patients out there, like all of our podcasts have kind of this same underlying message, which is you're going to have a doctor you're working with, whoever it is. I don't care, PT, chiro, massage, whoever you're working with. And they're going to try to help you, right? The goal should always be, is this helping or hurting or doing nothing? That's everything. And if you're not helping or doing nothing, at the very minimum, nothing, meaning you're not really getting better, not getting worse, then you're at least somewhat in the right direction. If you're doing nothing to not getting better at all, you're in the complete opposite direction. Like your GPS is saying U-turn every street. You're going the wrong way. The purpose of that is why. Like what are we trying to accomplish with you? And then are we addressing you? Because a lot of people, I don't know if you've done this, I've done this. When I stress fractured my pelvis, that's because I was under so much duress and stress, mentally, emotionally, physically, I never recovered. And my body literally broke down to it literally broke. That was what happened to me. And I was so stressed out of my mind. And I didn't look like I worked out. It was the weirdest thing. 3 hours a day, 5-6 days a week, but I looked bloated and fat. How? Well, I wasn't eating near enough. I wasn't doing near the things I need to. And nobody stopped me.
Yeah, cortisol was high. Nothing.
Everything. Nobody stopped. So a lot of patients, when you get through that, You're thinking, I'm doing the rehab plus the training plus this. But I'm like, you don't have enough time in the day.
No.
You're not going to get out of it what you're after. Now, probably where I'll fall, like I've done this myself, I get bored and I want to work out. I have to go to the gym. It just makes me happy.
Yeah.
So I beat myself up the wrong ways. So for those out there who are happy going to the gym and that's your happy place, then you make sure you're doing it with a purpose. Don't just kind of arbitrarily do it. And definitely don't start avoiding. Once you start avoiding things, that's a problem.
Yeah. Like there sometimes has to be a day and time where you have to avoid, like with the stress fractures, so it actually heals.
Oh yeah, no, I mean,
yeah, like because I realized
I did ask when do I squat again?
Yeah,
this is my first question.
I'm just gonna clarify that because you did tie it on that one. Like let's just
within
be safe.
reason,
Yeah.
yes,
within
yes,
reason.
yes.
Because we did also have like a runner type of patient.
Yeah.
We had
also difference between pain and injury.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like mine was an actual injury. If you just have back pain, it means you're doing something wrong. Injury means you did a lot of things wrong.
or trauma, something wrong. Yeah, just wanted to clarify that. I agree with him, but let's just make sure we get the nuance out there before you go out and there's like, oh yeah, I fractured my arm. Let's go bench. Done.
No, definitely not. No. But it's more like if I went for a bike ride, my knee hurt.
Yes, that's
then don't wait 2 weeks and go for a bike ride again.
Yeah,
and then stop bike ride and then go to somewhere else. Just make sure you're kind of like paying attention to what's going on with you and why you're getting there,
and see what your body likes, what it doesn't like, and then we kind of move around that. And
it does look like it looks like a back and forth.
Oh yeah,
because it's interesting. If I give 10 patients with low back pain the same 10 exercises or same 3 exercises, of the 10 of them, 45 will have a little different response than the other 2.
Yeah,
or 4 out of 5, 4 out of 10. And then 2 others have a different response, and 2 others have a different response. It's all of a sudden you got these varying responses. Yeah. So you have to adjust on the fly to make sure they're getting what they need out of the whole thing.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's like you have to do a bunch of stuff that you don't necessarily want to do, but it helps you do the stuff you need
rehab,
to do.
The stuff you don't want to do.
Like I have to bring this up to my powerlifters because I say cardio is going to kill some of the stuff. But funny enough, if you build your cardio base, it helps you recover faster, so you could kind of do all the other stuff. And same thing for the runners. Like if you have some knee pain at 3 miles and is always at 3 miles, we should probably add some strength somewhere. So it's like having to like take your vitamins or do anything that you just don't want to do, right?
Yeah.
But for the water, opposite, you have to do it. Like, do I love having to do cardio stuff? No, because that's not my sport. But does it help me? Yeah.
It's awakening.
Yeah. And it's more than just me walking on the treadmill for 30 minutes. Like I gotta do something else.
Well, so here's the funny part too. We also got in. I know we got to cut this thing out of here pretty quick. Yeah. When we talk about cardio, which we should talk about this next time. Let's go into the cardio rabbit hole. So there's a lot of things that are interesting because I have like a marathoner who had I think it was Achilles tendonitis, something like that. Or no, plantar fasciitis. I think what it was. No, it wasn't that either. It was hip pain. It was something where burpees were allowed. I can't remember what they did that day. But they go, I want to keep doing cardio, and I will then do burpees.
Was it the shin?
It might have been shin splints.
Because I think
because they can do burpees, yeah. And I get the same response from every runner. I hate burpees. And I'm like, yeah, but that's the best cardio on the planet.
Especially for you, weight bearing.
It's fantastic. It's getting you opened up. It's getting you on the ground, getting you off the ground. Like it's nothing to do with running. I told one of them, he put his heart monitor on. He got up to 184. And I was like, how is that? He's like, awful. I was like, yes. So it's not just doing like long, slow, steady state stuff. There's a lot of variable things you can do. But cardiovascular, I guess I don't say exercise, cardiovascular balance is really vital to every athlete, regardless of the sport you play in.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. And that's where the variances come in though. So if you're a soccer player, then you're going to have extended cardio, different than a power lifter. Some efficiency. Yeah. Thank you. Efficiency.
Efficiency, yeah.
I need my heart and my cardio system to be efficient. That would be the goal.
So anytime that we're adding exercise, whether cardio or like just strength related stuff, it's like we're just really building your capacity tanks. That's all it is. That's what we're doing.
In a tank that's empty.
And then within there, we build the skill with all the other rehab stuff.
Yeah.
And that's kind of the point of it all. Just overly simplify what we do outside of telling you don't do that.
Yeah. That's my favorite text. Can I? No.
I've said so many of those.
Can I? No. What about that? Nope. And the reason we would say no is because we don't exactly know what you're going to do. And we don't really, with our patients that we love, we don't really trust them to do the thing they're saying. We feel like it's going to be a little more than what they're saying. So no is a real simple answer for that. But nonetheless, so our point of the story here today is when you have a little pain doing this, back bench, back bench, back squat, coffee, man, my God, squatting, benching, lifting, whatever it is you're doing in life, don't have the fear avoidance part where you start avoiding those movement patterns to the point of where you're just not doing them anymore, because then it's hard to get them back. You do have to go figure out why this whole thing happened.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's scary out there for some too, because I've gone through that where I'm like, I thought like, oh God, this might take a year, be really expensive, a lot of time consuming. So like, it was a simple fix. Like my knee was bugging me for a while. Simple fix. Guess what I did? A little more straight-legged RDLs. Guess what my knee pain? I talked about my wife back in the day when she had the heel pain.
Oh yeah.
Her heel would hurt when she walked. Not plantar fasciitis type stuff. It just hurt her. Okay, do squats and deadlifts. We did squats and deadlifts. Pain's gone. So it's not always as complicated as it may seem to you as a person in the world. Sometimes it's an easy fix. But the sooner you get to that, the faster and easier it is to fix.
Yeah. I hate to bring Instagram and TikTok into it, but the one thing that I actually loved that was circulating around, it wasn't necessarily talking about rehab. It was just talking about goals and everything like that. But in my mind, I was like, no, this is perfect for rehab. Is that if you're saying it's going to take a long time to heal from this injury, the next slide that popped up was time's going to pass anyways. So let's just go take care of it right now.
I love that. There was a movie that with a girl that wanted to go back to college, an older lady. Same thing.
Yeah.
2 years from now is still going to be 2 years from now. What you do in that 2 years, that's up to you.
Yeah.
Whether it helps you, hurts you, or does nothing for you, it's still your choice.
Yeah. So just start now if it's hurting. Come see us.
It's worth the time.
Yeah.
It's worth the time.
Come see us.
That's a great ending.
Yep.
That might have been our best ending ever. I probably just ruined it by calling it out that way.
It's okay. I'll edit it.
I love it. All right, guys. Next time we're going to go down the cardio rabbit hole. And that's something I think will be interesting because I have multiple years experience with triathletes, Ironmen, runners, you name it. It's a fascinating group.
Yeah,
it is a fascinating group. So, all right. Well, I am Doc T.
I'm Dr. David.
We'll see you guys next time.